Intro. Cue. Action.
So we're gonna do a video on daily essentials for your car and road trip essentials for your car. Our buddy came by the other day and asked us what he would need in his car daily, and it gave us the idea to do a video because it gave us a little bit of thought. So on the left side we got daily things that you need for your car. First thing would be the spare tire, inflated. Pretty essential. If you go flat on the road, you need a new spare tire. And to do that, you'll need a jack and the lug nut wrench. We got a normal jack right there. You just get you can use a lug nut wrench to twist it up in there to lift your car off the ground. Lug nut wrench, of course, to take the tire off. And then we also put a 2x4, like a 1 foot section of it on there as an essential because you could use that as a wheel chock or help you get out of like snow or mud or something. Just stick it under your tire. It's pretty easy to have there. Next would be a water jug. Now you could have two, one that you can actually drink out of because it's nice to have water when you're thirsty. Another one would be distilled water because you could use that in your battery if your battery's low on water, or you could use it in your radiator if you start losing coolant or some stuff like that.
Next on the board is a gas can. Empty. If you run out of gas, then you can go to the gas station, fill that up and bring it back to your car. You also have a jumper if your battery dies. Get some jumper cables and jump start your car.
Those aren't real jumpers, those are...
Yeah, this is for this flashlight, which is down here on the list. You always want a flashlight. This flashlight actually has the capability to jump start a vehicle. If not, traditional jumper cables and a friend can do the trick.
Yeah, or you could alternatively get a jumper pack, so you don't have to have another car there, which is nice to have. Because you charge your phone off it too.
Also, for those of us who live in areas where it snows, you're gonna want a snow scraper. Just need it, always, if it's snowing. Lastly, duct tape. Everyone knows you can fix anything with some duct tape. So duct tape.
Headlight falls out, side mirror falls off.
Zip ties are similar to duct tape in what they can fix, but just different applications.
Headlight falls out, side mirror falls off.
If the bracket's still there, you can, these basically can replace any sort of clamp that your car may have. And say you do fix your tire, put a new one on, you're gonna wanna check the pressure in it, so it's always nice to have a...
Or they look low, in general.
Tire pressure gauge.
Yeah, if you don't
really
have
easy to store in a glove box or a kick panel.
And a rag, just to clean your hands. No one wants a dirty interior.
If you gotta go jump your car, jack it up, your hands are gonna get dirty.
Wipe off the terminals on the battery, whatever.
Wipe your hands off, and then you don't get your steering wheel and keys and seat belts all dirty.
Now it gets more interesting with the road trip because these are long-term essentials, things that you would need in case you're going on a longer trip, of course. On this side, we don't have a survival kit here, but you can just look one up online. Like, Band-Aids, Neosporin, stuff like that. Same with a first aid kit. Next thing we have is a lighter and a knife. The knife can be used for a lot of things, and the lighter as well. Starting fires, cutting things, fun stuff. After that is a paper clip and wire. Wire would be used to replace anything that gets cut off, like maybe some sensor on the bottom of your car got ripped. You can replace it with that wire temporarily. Along the lines with the paper clip, if you run out of fuses, and we didn't put fuses up there, but cars usually come with extra fuses. If they keep blowing or you have none left over, you can utilize the paper clip to do that, or a million other things. Anything you want really with the paper clip is pretty useful. The multi-screwdriver, we've got one that ratchets but has all the other kind of bits on the inside of the handle, so you can have like a Phillips head, flat head, slotted, whatever you call it.
So, if you own a BMW, you probably leak oil, like me. So it's always nice to have oil, because you never want to drive with low oil, because that is bad news bears for the old engine. And if you don't want to spill and make a mess on the road or your driveway or the parking lot, a funnel helps.
Also would like to have some pliers. Needle nose and normal pliers are pretty useful on their own. If you don't have either and you only have money for one, I'd say go ahead and get the needle nose. They're more useful because they can cut wires and everything. After that, the tire plug kit. We're gonna make a video on how to plug a tire. It's pretty simple. If you get a nail in your tire or something and It's pretty unsafe to drive on a spare tire for extended distances or at high speeds, so it's a good idea to have one of those and have a razor blade, or you can use a knife as well to cut the end of that off. And lastly, the bike pump, a manual one, is pretty nice because if your battery's low or something, you can't have an electric pump. So a manual bike pump does the job. It goes to the right tire pressure, and once you plug your tire, you can pump it back up to the right pressure.
If you're wondering what this is like an emergency blanket. It's really tiny foil, but it will keep you warm.
Yeah, so you don't
It's
waste your gas.
pretty neat
Yeah.
technology.
Kit.
Typically in a survival kit, but we do have one of these here.
And if you want to go the extra mile, you can get a little emergency flag back there. If you're stranded on the side of the road, you can wave it around and say you need some help, you know, stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and show you what we keep in our cars, because we keep a little bit more. And since we drive a little bit older cars, it needs a little bit more tools on deck. So.
All right, so in my vehicle, this is my trunk, kind of a mess. So I have a tool bag that I like to take with me everywhere. I'll show you what's in it in a second. But inside the trunk, upon further inspection, I'm lucky enough to have a full spare in here, which comes with a jack and a little, you can see it right here, it's kind of like a wedge that would be in place of what would be our like 2x4 block.
Wheel chalk or something.
Wheel chalk, it'll keep my car from rolling away once I have it jacked up. So inside the tool bag, right here I have my tire pressure gauge. It's on the outside just because it's easy to get to. Open it up, got a flashlight. I actually carry a little drill with me everywhere, and it's a battery. Along with that, a nice set of sockets, little wire cutters, multi-screw screwdriver.
Vice grips are pretty nice to have.
Vice grips are really nice to have always, so I got some of those.
That could be an essential.
A big flathead.
Yeah, like a pry bar.
You could use this to pry.
Crescent wrench. Ratchet.
Ratchet. A mini ratchet.
It's a new one.
It's a new one. Also have a little set of all the different bits I might need.
That's a nice grab. It's like $6 at any auto parts store.
Yeah.
Security bits in there and everything. It's not essential at all, but when you're doing little work on your car, it's nice to have.
And then another big thing, the needle nose pliers. As mentioned before, they're really nice. Helps you grab things.
Yeah, doubles as wire strippers and cutters.
So that's what I carry with me on a daily basis.
Multimeter?
Yeah, I got a multimeter. That's actually in the car, but I'll grab it.
That's pretty nice to have. We both do that. That way you can test fuses pretty quickly, test connections.
Little multimeter action. You know, just test out the connection, make sure everything works. And it's also nice just to have some towels and rags. I have some in my car always. But yeah, guys, that's what I keep in my car. And we'll go take a look at Keaton's car next.
Okay, 6 skateboards. Besides most of the stuff that we went over, I keep a couple other things in here. Here's my general tool bag and my other tools. First thing I always like to have with me is a full ratchet set. You never know, but the whole thing is pretty nice, especially with the spark plug sockets and everything, and extensions. Pretty easy to keep with you. I got my full multimeter kit in here. Normal multimeter kit, you don't gotta see it. In my tool bag though, I keep, right here is a electrical tester, grounded to any ground or power, and it lights up when it has a connection. Got a little point on it so you can test it out, like fuses. I keep this nice little mini ratchet with all these security bits and screw stuff, flatheads, Phillips heads. Super nice. This is like my favorite thing ever. Keep a nice, tiny little channel lock that's super useful for basically anything. Vice grips, a battery terminal brush, doubles as just a general wire brush, so you can clean off any like electrical terminals and stuff. A nice little razor blade for cutting, electrical strippers, wire strippers, a set of metric Allen keys, or Allen wrenches because, I mean, you could have the normal, I guess, American style if you have an American car. A super useful extension with a magnet on the end in case you drop a bolt. It always sucks working out on the side of the road. You drop something in your engine bay or something, can't find it. Tire pressure gauge, of course. A beautiful set of ratcheting wrenches, all metric sizes right here. And then one of my other favorite things is just a generic multi-tool. This one has like a little knife file on it, screwdriver, doubles as a hammer, and a little axe. Kind of almost like a survival thing with the axe. It's kind of funny, but it's nice. So that's basically what I've got. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys, so that's it for today. Just going over some of the essentials that you need for your car, different situations. If this helped you out at all, like, comment, subscribe, let us know what we missed. If you didn't notice, this is our Instagram handle. Check us out. We post some cool content there,
A
cool
lot of
photos.
updates on the garage, everything.
So yeah, it's Cherry Rod. See you guys.
Thanks. Again.